Hello everyone. How was your weekend?
Good day, Professor. It was nice.
Okay, great. Okay, the last time we just finished the chapter, which is alternative investment, and we did some example related to hedge fund calculation, and then I gave you the activity to do it, but I want to go very quickly over the last question we did, just reviewed, and we'll solve one couple questions more related to this. And with this, I will finish this chapter, and we will move to the new chapter, which will be related to risk management as well, like what are the alternatives are used to estimate the investment risk and the investment projects. So the question we we were dealing actually, it was this. Like there was a hedge fund with a value of 100 million at the beginning of the year. BGI fund charges 2% management fee and based on the asset management. And at the beginning of the year, and 20% incentive fee with a 5% hurdle rate, and uses the high watermark. Incentive fees are calculated on the gains of the net management. So this is the example we solved it all together, but with the different numbers, you were given another example. You had to just substitute the numbers and to do everything. So we know that if it's beginning, we're just multiplying this 2% with the value of the hedge fund that we have it. We multiply this by this and we get 2 million. And gross value, it's here, the year value at the end of the year, it's given here. We just put it here and to calculate incentive fee to see how did they perform, whether they just hit their high watermark and whether the return to the investors is more than 5% in order to receive some incentive fee. But incentive fee, it is calculated on gains of net of management fees. Okay, that is the key word. Okay, net of management fee. That means that you need to include the net management fee as well. So we'll have some example now when conditions are changed, when there is no management fee, like it's not when the management, actually there is a management fee, but it's not considered in estimation of incentive fee. This is what I am trying to say actually. And we calculate the estimation fee, just a second. We calculate incentive, oops. So from C5, which is end year value that we generated, minus C2, which is it should be actually management fee. So the C2, it's a value that we had it, how much we generated in net number, which makes 25,075,000 minus management fee and minus hurdle rate, hurdle amount that you have it. And whatever you get it should be timed by incentive fee rate in order to estimate the incentive fee for the managers of the hedge fund. And the total fee is the amount of the incentive fee and management fee. So ending value of the net of fees is 120 million. And for the return for the investors is 120 minus 100 divided by 100. That will give you how much money in terms of percentages the investors are receiving. So 20%, which is higher than 5%. And the second year generated 127.40 million. So that doesn't make enough to managers to receive the incentive fee. So the incentive fee in here, you've got negative number, which means they don't receive anything. They don't receive anything. And then we proceed with the same rules, with the same calculation, like management fee, incentive fee is exactly the same. considering the conditions like management fee and the hurdle rate should be subtracted in order to calculate incentive fees. And we come up with 125, and as we can see, the generated funds from 1 year to the second year was not enough to make the payment for the managers of the hedge funds. This is what we have come up with, this calculation of the incentive fees. And then we calculate with the third value. As we can see, the incentive fee was 94 and total fees 3.44, and net return for the investor was 8%. But we said the best year for the investors as well as for the hedge fund managers was the first year, and the worst year was the second year, as we can see from the numbers. So this was actually the question that we solved it, and I gave exactly the questions to you to solve it in activity questions. So what you had to do is there. So basically, I will just replace the numbers now with whatever we have it in example that I gave you as an activity, and I will move to the question that I want to solve today. So the questions are here that I gave you as example, like 135.75, 135.75, 147.40, and 158.44. So this was my calculation, and again we are coming with the conclusion that saying that the year one was the best actually among these 3 years, because it was the one that generated highest incentive fee and highest return to the investors. Even though there was no any other years that there was a loss and there was a kind of non-payment, there was no any, like hedge fund managers, they received the incentives in every year. This was the idea actually.
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes, please.
Could you show, please, the formula for management fee years 3? Ah, I see. Okay.
Okay. It's the ending value of the second year, and it is
net value, right?
Yeah, net value, because why you should receive the fee from the gross value, because you already received in the second year. It will be kind of double payment for the managers.
I see now. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, now move to the question which is given here that I wanted to share with you. Can you see it clearly here, or shall I make it bigger?
I see it fine.
Okay, let me just copy it and paste it in Excel. Here. Okay. AWJ, hedge fund. Let me just copy this. Okay. Now, capital is a hedge fund with 100 million initial investment capital. It charges 2% of management fee, and based on year asset under management at year end, okay, not the beginning of the year, and 20% of the incentive fee. The first year, capital has 30% return. Assume that the management fees are calculated using the end of period valuation, not the beginning. So what are the fees earned by AWJ if the incentive and the management fees are calculated independently? Okay, this is the keyword. So as it was in the example that we solved in the class last time, it was net of management fee, but incentive and management fees are estimated independently. And what is the investor effective return given this fee structure? So we can estimate actually management fee, as we know that at the beginning of the year, beginning or the end. Look, the difference in here, I just got confused a bit. I forgot the question, the previous one. Let me just check it. Previous question was beginning of the year, okay? Beginning of the year. That was the beginning of the year. But this one is end of the year, just opposite what we had it before. So which means how much money the hedge fund managers they earned in here? Who can tell me? The initial value was 100 million, but how much was generated after
30
1 year?
million.
Sorry?
30 million they earned, right?
130 million. Yeah, 30 million they earned. So in total, the gross value end of the year 130, yes? And how the management fee is calculated in here, if it's end of the year?
We multiply 2% by 130.
Yeah, very true. But let me just make it like this. It's more clear. This times 1.30. And 2% multiplied by 100 or 130?
130.
Yes, because end of the year, it says directly. Okay. And incentive fees are calculated independently from the management fee. But in the previous case, look, here we don't have any hurdle rate. There is no hurdle rate condition. Okay. We are not given hurdle rate condition. At the same time, it says calculate independently from management fee. So incentive fee, you tell me, we don't have any management fee, we don't have any hurdle rate condition. So what is the case of calculation here of the incentive fee?
So here we should subtract the initial value from the gross value.
Okay,
130 minus 100 and minus management fee.
Wait, it's estimated independently, not net of management fee.
Just multiply by 20%, right?
Yeah, just multiplied by 20%. Yeah. Just multiply by the incentive fee rate. So this much he get it as incentive fee when it's calculated by 6 million, okay? And total fee 6 million plus 2.6. And ending values.
Repeat for incentive value.
Sorry?
Like, could you show the formula again?
Okay, the formula is straightforward. Okay. We don't have management fee here. We don't have hurdle rate condition in here. Okay, this is the case. And ending value of the net fees. Who can tell me what is the ending value of the net fees?
To 121.4.
Tell me by formula. 130
minus 8.6.
8.6. Okay. And what is the return to the investors?
21.4%.
Okay.
Oh.
Minus 100.
Minus 100. Okay, great.
And divided by 100.
And it's in percentages. It's in percentages. Okay. Okay. Do you have any question up to now? Okay. Solution 1. This is solution 1 to the question 1. And this is, we call it solution 2. And now, management fee for the second question. Let's go over. Before I move to the second question, do you have any questions related to the first question?
Can you show management fee, please, formula. Just 2% multiplied. Okay.
Multiply by the end of by the gross value of end of the year, which is 130. How much money they earned by using the 100 million. Okay. Any questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, let me move to the second question. Okay, what are the fees earned by the AWJ, assuming that incentive fee is calculated based on return on net of the management fees? And what is the investor's net return? So if the conditions in the hedge fund that the incentive fees are calculated based on the net of management fee. So the net management fee is calculated in the same way, like we have here 130 million, and our net management fee is 2% multiplied by 130. Incentive fee is estimated in the same way, but with the one difference that, who can tell me that difference?
Incentive fee will be net of the gross value minus management fee.
Yes. And then we multiply by
20%.
20%. And the value we get it here, it's 5.48 million. As you can see, it's lower when you consider, and the total fee is this. Ending value of the net of fees is, as we had here, 1 minus 30 minus this. And return to the investors would be in the same way that we used to calculate before. And we divide by 100. Okay, now we can see the percentages. Now, what kind of conclusion can you come up to the investors? What would be your suggestion if, let's say, two options are given to them before calculating the return on investor? You're, as a financial manager, you should come to the investor with some conclusion saying that which conditions should be accepted. The one that management fee is not estimated in the incentive fees, or management fee is estimated in the incentive fees. So if you put yourself to the shoes investor before calculation, definitely you would say, look, why we should incentive fee? You would say like first or second one. Just tell me, put yourself to the shoes of the investors. Which conditions would you suggest them?
Second one,
Second one, why?
because there is a higher net return for investors.
So there is a higher return for the investors.
But incentive fee is less than in the first one.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. And incentive value is less because you pay less than in contrast to the first condition. And let us move to the solution 3. And solution 3, we estimate the management fee exactly in the same way. But let's see what the question tells you. If the fee structure specifies a hurdle rate of 5% and the incentive fee is based on the net, based on the returns in the excess of hurdle rate, what are the fees earned by AWJ assuming the performance fee is calculated net of the management fee? And what is the investor net return given this fee structure? So now we need to estimate the value is 130. Okay. Management fee is the same. like 2% of end year value. And incentive fee in here is estimated with inclusion of, this is what we have done so far in the previous examples, what we have done so far in the previous examples. So 130 minus 100 minus management fee and minus hurdle rate, which is 0.5, which is 5% of the value. And this all multiplied by 20%. This is what we have done in the previous example in the last time in the class. And I gave you the activity. We have known the condition, which is hurdle rate of 5%, and the incentive fee or performance fee is estimated based on net of management fee. And this is what we get it, 4.48 million, and total fee is, and ending value 130 minus this, and we can see that the return to the investors, and we're expecting the return to the investor would be higher. %22.92%, so which is almost 23%. So this is how we get it. Okay. Do you have any questions up to this point?
No.
Okay, great.
Professor, can I ask?
Yes, sure.
In previous examples, you wrote about high water mark.
Yes, here.
Yes. Do we need to write it here in this example?
We high water mark. Yes, you can write it. I mean, actually in here we consider 3 years. Okay, but in here we're considering only 1 year up to this point, after up to this calculation, because we didn't reach the second year yet, because we are changing just only the conditions. Okay, we have here 3 different conditions. 3 different conditions that are mentioned in the example. But in the second year, here it says, in the second year, the fund value declines to 110 million, okay? It was 130, now it declines to 110. Okay, Hedge, year 2. Year 2. And it was, let me make it. It was year 1, let's say. Okay. In year 2, I need to see the question. Here's the question. I'll copy it. So the fee structure is specified for the question 1. Okay. Now it says the fee structure should be specified in the to the question 1, which is this. That says the management fee are calculated independently but also include the use of high water mark computed as net of fees. So what are the fees earned by AWJ in the second year? And what is the investor return for the second year given this fee structure? So let me just copy this. It's a solution 4. Okay. Now, my management fee would be, first of all, if the value falls to 110. 110, so 110. My management fee, it's basically related to the question 1, which is this. So 2% is end of the year value, 2.2 million of dollar. And incentive fee, we're just estimating what do you call it, how much money you earned, like end of year value minus beginning year of value, and multiplied by incentive fee rate, which is 20%. So my end of year value is 110, and what is my beginning year value?
It's the ending of year 1.
To the first question, okay, this question. Not these conditions. We are related to the first condition. There is no management fee in the incentive fee. There is no hurdle rate. Our ending year value is, one more time, show it to you how we calculate here. Sorry, year 2, let's say. The value here. C8, which is this one. Ending year value of net of fees, like free of fees, okay? Got it? Now, let's come back here. So, no hurdle rate, no management fee, only beginning value, which is 110. Sorry, ending value minus beginning of the year 1. So which one I have to use? 121.40 or 100 or 130?
121.40.
121. And multiplied by 20%. So I get here negative number. My total fee is this. I'm going to add this one because it's negative, which means we don't get any incentive. So my total ending value of the net fees is this minus this. And return to the investor, do you expect to be more than 5 or less than 5%?
Less than 5.
Less than 5. Okay. So actually there is no return, there is a loss for the investor because in a previous year they earned 130. As a net value it was 121.40, but this year they made a loss. They made a loss. Okay. They made a loss. Any questions up to now?
So whenever the incentive fee is negative, we assume that it's zero, right?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And it
Okay.
was expected, guys. It was expected because our high watermark was 130 or 122. Or sorry, if it was this condition, it was here the higher watermark value. Okay. If any value that falls below, or we can call this one as well. Okay, let me just put it like this, as gross value and net value. If anything that falls below this 121, okay, if anything falls below this value, we can be sure that we will not earn anything. We can be sure that we will not earn anything as a managers of the hedge funds based on the performance. As we can see, the value falls down below the high watermark. Now, let's move year 3, solution 5. So here, in the third year, the fund value increases to 128 million. So gross value becomes 128 million. From 110, it was to 128. The management fee, same, there is nothing changed. But look at the question. It says specified as in question 1 and 4. What are the fees earned by AWJ in the third year? And what is the investor's net return for the third year given the fee structure? So 2% by this amount, 2.56. And I earned 128, but incentive fee $128 minus
107.
one more time. Minus which amount? 107 or
Yes.
this amount? High watermark value, guys. High watermark value. So we should always subtract the high watermark value because this is the highest return we receive. If anything we want to pay, we will pay based on this amount. Okay. If this number was higher, then we would subtract this amount. Okay. But our high watermark value is this one, 121.92. This is our level that we should pass it. Is it clear what I'm saying now here?
But no, the highest one is in the solution number 3, isn't it?
No. Solution 3, it's a different condition. Sorry.
Got
I'm
it.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Wrong guy selected the number. Wrong guy selected. It should be this 121. We are basing that the conditions independently, the management fee is paid, and no, there is no hurdle rate. Okay. But what you're saying, that's true.
But I got it that the highest one we need to take if we have few years, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in the question specifically, it tells you that you should refer to the question 1 and 4.
Okay.
Okay. And we select the high watermark value, 20%, and we get it 132 million of incentive fee. And my total fee, this plus this, and any year value And the question, what is the capital gain to the investor for the period? Look, in here, they don't ask the net return, but the capital gain. It's almost the same thing, but you need to express it not in the percentage term, but in the absolute term, in dollars terms. How you should do it? Or let's express it in terms of dollar. So I'm looking at the wrong question. I'm looking for the wrong question. I'm talking about the question 5. The investors' net return. We need to calculate net return to the investors still. So 124 minus this value and divided by this value.
Professor,
Yes.
I have a question. Could you show once more the incentive fee formula
Yeah,
for
sure,
this
sure.
problem?
Sure, I'm coming. I'll share with you. Let me make it bigger. Oops. Let me
So
just wait.
Yeah.
So basically what I did here, C45, 128 minus the ending year value. However, we cannot select the ending year value because it is below than high watermark value. So we should select the high watermark value when we compute the incentive fee. Okay.
So we don't consider the management fee, yeah?
No, we don't, because it says
I got it.
independently, not as net of management fee, independently. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And we have the return of 15.14% net return for the investors. And in the question 6, it says compute the arithmetic and geometric mean annual returns. Okay, no need for this. For this question, no need. So we have 5 questions here. We have 5 questions. Okay, we have 5 questions here. So I will upload this one to the Moodle. I will upload it to the Moodle. Now, what I want from you, I will change something in here. You will just repeat whatever I did now. If you have any question, ask me now. If not, I will give you activity, you will do it and submit it. Do you have any questions?
Could you please show the solution 3 incentive fee?
Which one? Solution 5?
Solution 3.
Solution 3. Okay, here. It considers everything.
I see.
In
So we
solution
take
1,
100?
sorry?
So when we multiply by 5%, we take 100, right?
No, yeah, we take the beginning value.
Oh, I see.
Of the beginning value. That's true.
Okay, thank you.
Hurdle rate is estimated based on the beginning value.
What solution to what we consider is incentive fee?
Sorry, one more time.
In the second solution, what we consider?
In the incentive fee, we do consider only management fee. We don't consider the hurdle rate.
Okay. So
Hurdle rate is considered. Look, this question 3, is what we did last time in the class. We considered the management fee, we consider the hurdle rate. But this second question, it does not consider the hurdle rate. The question 1, it does not consider the management fee, and it doesn't consider the hurdle rate. So management and hurdle rate are not considered here. Here management and hurdle rate. Hurdle rate is not considered here. And in here, the management and the hurdle rate are both considered in calculation of the incentive fees.
And consequently, we can say that if we consider both of them, it means that net return for investment will be higher.
Very true. So as a financial manager, you should be able to know which conditions you should propose. I kind of tell them you should accept the proposition from the hedge fund or not. Let's say hedge fund number 1 propose you this project with this condition, and hedge fund or 2 propose you this project with these conditions. So you should select which hedge fund gives you more better alternative in terms of investing.
I have a question, Professor. For example, hedge fund, hurdle rate means that this is
Minimum
this is
amount.
minimum amount for the net return for investors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's below
So it means,
this, they will not get any incentive or performance fee.
okay. So it means that hedge fund makes their sales to go to some kind of frameworks, like рамки, загоняет себя в рамки, в общем.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You understand.
in spite of this, despite of that fact, however, the net return for investors will be higher, right?
So they say that they create a kind of guarantee for the investors that the hedge fund will not get paid for like doing nothing. If they work out, they will get paid. If they don't work out, they will not get anything.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Professor, one more question.
Yes, sure.
Could you show again the solution 5, ending value net of fees? You got total fees 3
It's gross value minus total fees. This is what we calculate in everything. Look here, the same thing. Gross value minus total fee. Gross value, it's same in all years, in all cases. The only what is changed is estimation of incentive fees. Okay, what I can give you actually, if you don't have any questions, this question will be given to you as a homework. Please do it before. Actually, try to do it now if you can. Let me just read it if there is any tricky moments. Calculating the USP, assuming that the other investment. Okay, try to do this homework and submit it before the Wednesday. Upload the answers before the Wednesday, and we can discuss it before the lecture, like 10 minutes, and then we can move to a new subject. Okay, this homework I will give you. It will be available on Moodle. Where you can just upload your answers. Okay, I'll just copy and do it like this immediately now.
Will be considered like activity number 5?
Yeah, very true. This will be considered as an activity. Okay. This year I'm a bit overloaded this semester, but anyway. Okay. An Excel file, I'm going to upload it to the Moodle. You can get a help from it. So activity 5, which is homework. Let me put it like this, HW. Question is here. And the timing, I'll put it from 5th to the 3rd February. But before 13, okay, at 13 it will end. And online file uploads accepted, all the types. That's it. So it's available. You can do it. Activity homework. Okay, let me take quickly the attendance. Hi, Dana. Hi, Dana here? No, she is not. Lee?
I'm here.
Okay, Evgenia?
I'm here.
Alnur?
Here.
Almat?
Here.
Saken? Sorry, Arina? Almat here, yes, I can see him. Almat here, Saken?
I'm here.
Anwar?
I'm here.
Dinara?
I'm here.
Okay, I can see the Dana, Temirlan, he was here, and Jean?
I'm here, Professor.
Okay, everybody's here. Now, I want to do, just if you want to get practice, now we have like 20 minutes. So in this 20 minutes, I want you to open the Excel files and do the same thing, but the value will be 200 here, okay? And the return will, let me do it in this way, okay? Just practice. So while you're doing, just open it. So 200 here. And the capital return, let's say, okay, let it be 30%. So just perform the same thing with this value change, with the 200 million. For these 3 estimations, for these 3 solutions. One without management fee and hurdle rate, one is without hurdle rate, and one with management and hurdle rate. So you have 20 minutes. If you finish earlier, you can leave the conference and share, and then leave the conference. So we just substitute this 200. So here we got 3 solutions. You can make it by pen. If you don't have the Excel now, you can work by pen and paper.
You will need to submit it.
No, you don't need to submit it. Just to solve it, show it to me, and leave the conference.
So may I show you, Professor? Professor.
Yes, yes, please. You can share the screen. I just stopped sharing.
Okay.
Okay, okay, you just followed me. Jean, why did you have a negative return?
So I just changed 100 from 100 to 200, and according to my formulas, I get these numbers.
I think the gross value is wrong here.
Yes. Why is wrong, Elnur? Can you just explain?
Yeah, it should be 216, but not 130 because I think Jean multiplied to the previous result, which was 100 million, not
So this
200 million.
130 is coming from the previous example, but now the hedge value is 200 and hedge value increased by 30%. So 200 should be increased by 30%.
Okay, I've get it. And now, Professor?
Yeah, now it looks good. It looks good.
Okay.
Now it looks good.
Yeah, I got the same
Okay,
returns.
Yeah, I got the same.
that's great. That's great. If you got the same. Okay, do you have any other questions? If you finished, you can leave the conference. If you have questions, stay and ask the questions.
Okay, thank you for today,
Thank you.
Professor.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Professor, can you show the screen, please?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Excuse me, Professor, I have a question.
Yes, please. Yes, yes.
When we calculate the return in the for the first problem, do we use hedge fund value or gross value end of the year?
The return for the investors, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You're using the value of the hedge fund beginning of the year. Ending minus beginning.
I have a question also, Professor. Why in the second solution we minus? It's the first year. Okay, got it.
It's just first year. It's just one. We didn't get to the second year yet.
I'm ready. I'm ready to show you the screen.
Okay, please show me. Let me stop. Okay, this is what you got, 260. Oops, okay, good, good. Great, great. Thank you so much.
How we close?